Hello friends, welcome back to Fix It With Beer. Got an exciting project for us today. Actually, it's not even exciting, it's a frustrating project, and I'm going to tell you why. Right here, I have an Echo. This is vintage Echo PE 2000, and I've been fighting this thing for about 2 seasons. This is an edger. For those of you who may not be in the southern part of the United States, the grass down here is like weeds. So you have this edger and it kind of gets along the side of your driveway or your sidewalk and keeps it looking neat and clean because the grass down here kind of wants to creep and it creeps over the edge of your sidewalk. So this unit goes in, it's got a little metal blade on the end. I'll show you when we get in here, but it's got a little metal blade on it and it just kind of keeps the edges nice and smooth. So I've been having a carburetor problem with this. And to be honest with you guys, this is the 3rd time I've tried to do this video because the first time I put some new fuel lines on it thinking that was the problem. The second time I did a full carburetor clean thinking that was the problem. So now I ordered a little carburetor kit from the Amazon River website. And it's got a bunch of parts and pieces. We're going to replace a bunch of parts and pieces. This is the Fix It With Beer has given up and we're putting a new carburetor on this thing. We'll see what happens. Now, I'll put the part numbers down there for you, or where I found this on Amazon. But for 13 bucks, you get a kit, and it's got a new spark plug. It's got some new air filters. It has the new fuel lines, which I know we don't need because I've already done them. And then it's got a whole new carburetor and some gaskets. I think there's a couple little primer balls in there, but we'll get it opened up and I'll show you. And I'm hoping that we're just going to pull this old carburetor off real quick. You're going to see how clean the existing one was because I just cleaned it. Trying to get it working, and I soaked it and I did the whole thing. The problem I'm having here is this thing just bogs. It'll start, it'll run kind of with the choke in the just barely open position, and then it just bogs and it bogs and it bogs. So I've watched a bunch of videos on it, guys, because I still go and watch videos trying to figure out how to fix stuff, and I think the carburetor, something on the inside of it, but I've pulled it apart, I've cleaned it, I was real gentle with the plastic parts inside, I jetted all the ports with carburetor cleaner and everything else, and I just can't get it going. So we're going to go ahead and take this old carburetor off, put the new one on, put a new filter in it, put a new spark plug in it, and then we're going to see if it goes. Along the way, I'm going to tell you the story about this this vintage piece of equipment, but we'll save that as we get going here. So hang with me for a second. I'm going to get it set up, and we'll go through parts and pieces, tools, and then we'll see if we can fix this thing. All right, guys. If we're going to get started, we might as well get started right. Got to fix it with beer. Lone Star, National Beer of Texas. Okay, guys. So let me first show you what we've got here in this kit. This kit was like $13.99 off of Amazon. And I just looked up the model number of the Echo, and this is the one that came with the most parts for the least amount of money. So this has got some extra gas return line. This one's got, I'll be honest with you guys, this one is a real cheesy version of the gas setup. I just put a brand new Echo one in there, and that's a better quality one. I can tell that this plastic isn't very good. So we're gonna just kind of forget about that. And then they actually sent us the thing that we really need, which is the brand new carburetor, and it looks just about like the old one. It's got the primer ball, it's got the intake and the return, the throttle lever all matches up. It's got some adjustment screws. This thing all checks out compared to what we've got. They sent a couple of filters, super cheesy, but they're going to work probably better than what's in there. We've got a new spark plug. We're going to throw that thing in there just for fun. And then we got the gasket kit for putting this carburetor in. 2, and they're different. I guess we'll figure out that all works. And then they sent a couple extra primer balls, but I know that primer ball is good. Now you guys know that I've been fighting this thing. Let me tell you the quick story as we're pulling it apart. When Fix It With Coffee and I got married in 2002, we moved into a house. I had been living in an apartment, but we needed some lawn equipment because I didn't have any lawn equipment. And my boss at the time, who was still a friend, this is in 2002, like I said, he had quit doing his own yard and had a service doing his yard. And he had this Echo trimmer or edger. And he had an old Home Light weed whacker, and he had a lawn boy mower. And he just gave it all to me. And so this is the only one that's lasted. So this is from 2002, and it was 3 or 4 years old at the time. So I'm saying this is a 99, 2000 model. Here we are, 2024. So this thing's 24, 25 years old. But we're going to see if we put this new carburetor on it and see if it works. If it doesn't, I'm going to chunk it, guys, because I tell you, I've messed with it enough. I don't know if the compression's good. I don't have a compression tester, but if the compression's bad or it just wears out or the stator's bad, who knows? I'm just going to get rid of it. But if this new carburetor works, we're going to go for it. So you can see what I did is I just undid the main screws inside the air cleaner here and the choke housing, and we're just going to pull this part off. Well, we didn't quite get it undone. We're just going to pull this assembly off because we're going to need this back. We're going to set that aside. And then we're going to take a little flathead screwdriver. I only know this is the easy way to do it, guys, because this is the third time I've done it. And if we just kind of get our little screwdriver in here to just break the seal on these two lines. And we know that the green is the outside one. That's the return line. And that's just, to me, the easiest way to get that carburetor off there. Throttle kind of comes off by itself. Now you can see, guys, this thing's clean. I've gone and cleaned the whole thing up a couple of different occasions, and I think there's just a jet that's clogged or the plastic diaphragm in there is toast or whatever. So now we're sitting here, and I wonder if this gasket will just pop off. I mean, this gasket looks like it's pretty good. I hate to just take it off, but we've got a new one. Let's just slap it on there. Let's give ourselves the best opportunity to make this work. Oh, there it goes. It's kind of coming off now. So we got that there. I'm gonna grab a paper towel and just kind of clean this up a little bit. Yeah, see, it looks like there's... You may hit that with a little carb cleaner just to make sure we're getting that all good. So we're just going to hit this little plastic here with a little carb cleaner, and it looks like there's a little jet kind of thing right there. We're just going to go in there. All right. So we're just going to clean that, and we're going to feel good about putting our new gasket on. Let's see. Let me turn this light on for 1 second. Just make sure we're looking. You can't see kind of in the shadow right there. I'm just wanting to make sure that we got this all kind of cleaned out right here. All right, guys, so then we're going to put this new gasket on right here. Try to get the gasket lined up. I don't know the best way to do this. We're just going to go like this, I think, and hold that there. And then we're going to take, I assume this front gasket is going to go on here like that. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, this gasket was missing. That may have been part of our problem, but we're going to find out. So then we're just going to run our bolts back through here like this, get to the back side, get our gasket kind of on there. Try to do it without tearing it up here. And let's make sure we got this right. Yep. So then we're going to go back and we're going to hit the holes here. Get your throttle cable line out of the way. And then I think this is all going to check out like that. And then we're going to okay, I think we'll slap one of these new filters on here just for grins. And then we're going to put this guy right back on like it was. Well, I'm tempted to just crank her up just like that, guys, but since we've got this We've got this spark plug. Maybe we'll just put it in just because it's here and it's easy. I think it's gonna be easy. Almost spilled the Lone Star. That was way overkill for that, guys, but it was convenient. Let's see. Oh, look at that spark plug protector. Gapped, looks good. Spin that guy back in there. Just tighten this up a little bit here. Make sure we're good, get the connection. Okay, so then we got that. We're gonna plug this guy back in. We're gonna put some gas in it and we're gonna see if it'll spark off on us here and see if it'll run. So we remember the green goes on the outside. We're gonna plug the black. The black is actually the fuel supply. This is the fuel return. The green is the fuel return. And go just like that. And then we'll hit the primer here and make sure that it's pulling some gas. Can you see right here? Oh yeah, she's pulling. All right, we're gonna open the garage, take it outside, and see if it starts up and see if it runs. All right, so choke's on, power's on, spark plug in. Let's see. Uh-oh, it's not a good sign. Not what we were hoping for. Oh, with a little gas. All right, guys, I think we can make a little adjustment on this and get it running, but I'm feeling good. Well, guys, right now it seems like it's going to work. You see what I had to do there is I went to this adjustment screw right here, which kind of feels like it's the high idle. Not an expert, I don't know. I turned on it one way, it killed it, and then I turned it about 2 times the other way. It seems to be running really great right now. And then I also adjusted the low idle just a little bit so that it would idle just a little bit higher. But hey, I think we got it licked. I'm gonna go run it right now and see if it makes it through a yard trimming, and I'll keep you posted on how it does in the future. Thanks for watching Fix It with Beer. Stay tuned and we'll see what we come up with next.